Welcome to the Lockers, season 6, episode 17. I'm your man A White, along with my man V Styles. Man, sheesh. Hey, no, slow motion over here. I don't even know what's going on, bro. So, but my whole
motion. There's always motion
slow
in the ocean.
Slow motion. Hey, the size of the boat. Here's the point. I am gonna start off with this. You're a women's basketball fan. Why? Why? And like I said, I don't want to be against Caitlin Clark or nothing. She cold, like she cold blooded. I mean, she kind of like Larry Bird. I didn't appreciate Larry Bird.
Kinda.
But I'm saying, why every time she got to hit the ground?
Man, look.
Why she got to flop? Like, why she got to flop every time? Somebody like everything is against. Like everybody's against her.
Anthony, you're gonna love this. It's LeBron James' fault.
Nah, I get that.
No, bro. Look, this is what, since you're gonna bring that up, this is what I don't like to use the H word, but this is what I hate about this country.
The H word? Are you talking about? Dude, come on now. We loose on this show, but damn,
we ain't that loose.
Oh,
is that you have to pick a side. You have to pick a side. You can't like two things that people are that is a debate. For example, I'm gonna say this. I didn't like Angel Reese when she played at Maryland. I thought she was a prima donna.
Right.
Wanted everything her way. Was a little bit of the B word. But when she came to Baton Rouge and I got to meet her, she is a great individual, great teammate. Take care of her teammates more than what's even publicized with all the NIL and money she got while she was down here. Right. She was the what I would say an example of what a teammate should be. She played her ass off on the court, and off the court, she was, for the most part, approachable, kind, gave her time, unbelievable young lady. Caitlin Clark is a straight dog. She is a straight there on the basketball court. There's nothing you can really complain about. The crazy part about it, as someone who is, since my sister played, someone who is more, you know what? I know more about women's high school or girls' high school basketball than I know about boys, for sure.
Right.
People forget that her and Paige was in the same class, and Paige Beckers was way more sought after than she was. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But the way that she transformed Iowa and made herself into something, it made her into what she is now, is a storyline that we could actually get behind more than this political back and forth with fan bases. If you understand her story, bro, that's documentary worthy, more than just a finger this thing with her and Angel Reese. It's unfortunate that there's a lot of things that will never be brought to light because of people want to be on one side. I like both of them. I think they are both great players. Stop comparing a damn post player to a damn guard.
Right. Yeah.
A scoring point guard. Oh, yeah. Angel Reese doesn't score no point. Damn, she's a fucking. Do you know she leads the league?
At least she could do is make layups, though. If she's gonna be post, she could at least make layups. But go ahead.
She did, but Anthony, here's the crazy part. That's just something that I highly dislike, right? That's why it's like sometimes you don't need new fans are good, but some of these new people don't understand the whole story. She's been horrible at layups her whole career. She was horrible too. So what do you think when you playing against better players? What's gonna happen? The thing about it though, her skill set. Everybody loves Dennis Rodman.
That's what I was saying. She need to turn to Dennis Rodman. Don't worry about no points. Don't worry about no points. Just do what you do. Rebound and defense.
She leads the league in rebounds.
Right.
So, but people want to compare them because of an instance of this. That was I'm taking over the show. There was a reporter.
It's our show. Ain't nobody take. It's both of ours. Don't nobody ever take over.
Well, I'm just saying I've been talking a lot.
I'll let you know when your thoughts. I'll let them know when your thoughts are your thoughts and your thoughts alone.
So there was a reporter who said that if you take out this, the whole storyline of both players would be different, but their contribution would be the same. This brought more angst than what it should have, and people overreacting to it. But if you take this away, we wouldn't have all this shit. It was one.
What about this?
What? But Anthony, hold on. Know what's crazy about that? No one talks about it.
They both did it to each. Well, they both did it.
But which one catches more flack? This one or this one?
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't like it because I don't. Here's the other thing. As a person who's watched WNBA all the way when Cynthia Cooper played, when Sarah Swoop played, like I've watched this thing since day one. And for people to say that she is carrying a league that was
that's
already getting popular.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. Yeah,
that's highly disrespectful. To the Candace Parkers who just left the league. Like, how the hell? Right. That's the part that I hate. But I will say this: they have more new viewers because of her, for sure. There are more eyes on the league now than ever because she brought in. Well, I don't want to say she because that's the bad part about it. Her abilities, and this created a new level, a new segment of fans that, in some ways, are hurting the league with some of the disrespect that are being said by some people who watch the sport now.
I get you. I will. Hold on. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Let me get back into the comments.
Okay.
They over here talking football, man. They want to get on this football thing. Yeah, they want to get on that football thing. Which caller said, Carter Hall said, you look angry coming on. He said, why you look so disgruntled?
Man, I've had a long day. It's been a long day, Anthony.
How many hours was it in this day? 26, 27?
So
they added extra hours in the day for you?
34.
Oh,
so okay. I woke up this morning. I had that's
a blessing. So let's start there. Blessing. Go ahead. Blessing. Start there.
Woke up early this morning to work out one of my jumpers at 7. Then I had 7-on-7. Then I had to take my daughter to PT because she has a calf issue. So it's just been ripping around all day.
Overworking her, man. You gotta get her some rest in there.
Oh, it's better now.
Yeah, but the fact that she had the problem, you overworked her, man. You overworked her. You make sure she hydrated?
No. Have you heard of dry needling? Well, here's the thing. She's a jumper. So
I heard dry needling.
Yeah, so she does all the jumps. High, long, and triple. She jumps off of her right leg on all 3. Just a lot of trauma. So it kind of built up over her. Shit, she started at 9 or the last 5 years, 6 years almost.
Right.
But yeah, it's been crazy. This day has been crazy, and it got hot. And you said summertime, hot.
Yeah, because it's been in the 90s up here the whole time. It's been in the 90s up here the whole joint. So, they talking football, man. They talking a whole lot of football. I will say, and I don't know how you feel, Van, but I had watched, and my family, my mom's from Alabama. I had watched Alabama football or whatever, but Ann want to know what I think about Austin, running back we just signed or whatever. I don't know. And now everything is everybody we sign is a slap in Vince Merrill's face. Like, because we signed somebody, we still gotta wait and see what they're gonna do. We signed a quarterback. But like I said, Austin, the football I watched in Alabama didn't really impress me. You know what I think the mindset is?
What, a high school football?
Yeah.
Which level were you watching?
I don't know. I don't care. Like when I watch Florida, Texas, even Ohio, like you can see the speed, like just moving around. Like, no, if you watch, okay, so here's what I'm gonna tell you, Van. This is what I'm gonna do for you. The size of Alabama. You name me your top 10 places that you're gonna find the best football players. You name me your top 10 and see where Alabama falls on that list. And if Alabama's your top 5, you ignorant. You ignorant as hell.
Whoa. Top 10 states or top 10 spots in Alabama?
States.
Oh.
It don't matter. States. I don't have it. And that's where I'm honest. I don't have, like, when people do ratings, they don't watch everybody, so they don't know. Like, if you never came to Twinsburg, you would have never knew that we had so many people on our team that was going to play professional football. Somebody went out there and seen, and they saw that people could play. You can go to Michigan, and you go to Cass Tech, and you're going to come out with a prospect. You can go to certain places, you can come out with a prospect. Florida, Texas, Georgia, you can get over there in Grayson in Georgia. Man, you can visit 20 high schools and don't have to go 30 miles.
No, you're right.
The point being is, when we talking about Bama is about, and Bama is just like Kentucky. Kentucky's good at basketball at college, so they act like the whole state is. Man. Okay, well, we would have whooped y'all ass then. We would have whooped y'all ass. I know that. We would have whooped y'all ass. Now let's talk about that then. Let's put that on the table. Why? So Louisiana got better players. We was a smaller school. Like, we were a very small school. But I can name you 5 people that played professional sports that was on our team. So if you mean to tell me you think y'all was gonna beat us, then let's hear it.
I'm confused of where this went to. I'm gonna say this.
No, because she asked about the running back, and I'm looking at the running back, and when I'm looking at his skill set, I'm not seeing nothing in the skill sets because the competition ain't proposing a whole lot of obstacles, is what I'm saying. So that's how we got on this. And I was just like, but I've never really been sold on Alabama's talent at the high school level. But I haven't done a lot of research either. And I know you do a lot of research, so I'm going to defer to you. I will defer to you for that. I'm telling you, I guarantee Alabama in any of your top 6, 7 of states to recruit from.
Top 6, probably not. Top 10, I'm thinking they make top 10.
I can see them squeezing in your top 10.
Yeah. Well, shit, Anthony. Do you go Florida, Texas, Georgia, California?
Ohio? Michigan? Now you got to start going up north.
No, not Michigan, dude.
Are you serious? Are you serious? You don't think Ohio and Michigan is over Alabama? And you don't think they right there with Texas and Florida? And Georgia? Oh, you silly. You silly. You crazy like that dude. You crazy like that dude. Ohio, Michigan has the most players in the NFL right now. The state of Michigan out of high school has the most players in the NFL right now. Wendell Childs, chime in because you live in Michigan. I know you. And I didn't know that. I found that out the hard way. I was like, that Michigan has the most players in the pros right now, I believe, that came out of high school out of Michigan.
I hear you. I'm not going to argue because I don't know, but I'm not. But the Californians, I'm gonna give you Ohio. I'm not saying Michigan's not in the top 10. I don't think they rank after Ohio.
They're in the top 10. They're in the top 10 before Alabama is, I believe.
Anthony, I'm looking at Alabama, right?
Right.
I'm looking at currently. I'm just throwing out currently, just throwing out a number. I'm going to rivals. Alabama has 19 players, 4 stars or above. Let's see what Michigan has as of right now. And I'm pretty sure Michigan State has more population. Am I wrong with assuming that?
I think you'd be right. I think that would be
okay.
accurate.
Here's why I'm searching. This is what, for me, this is what I want to tell you about Alabama football. When you talking about it, is it's like every state, Anthony. Because Texas, when you go to the lower classes of Texas ain't playing football like the big boys. The big boys.
But I understand, but you playing where you live at. That's what I'm saying. Like Twinsburg, it's several. We could have played at St. Ignatius and some of those top ranked schools, but he was born in a city.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, that's why I don't like looking at highlight tapes, because if you ain't got no damn highlights, and who are your highlights?
You can see the separation. No, you can see their agility. You can see their cutback ability. You can see their agility. You can see their toughness. There's a lot of things you can see on the field.
Yeah, okay. But
hold on. No, go back, because I see you didn't say, and I might be wrong, but I see you didn't tell me what Michigan's numbers was.
I said I was looking for it.
The number one player in the country is from Michigan.
Michigan has 6 players 4-star or above. Alabama has 19.
That's because of University of Alabama. I ain't buying it.
I know Alabama football. Alabama, when you go to Hoover and Spanish Fort,
Hoover,
they got some ballers. Ohio got ballers. And what I mean by ballers is there are many parts of Ohio, east, west, north, to south.
Right.
That has ballers.
Right.
Like if you go to Louisiana, our ballers are really the south on down.
Right.
Not south on down, but southern, right where the shoelaces, the bottom of the shoelace would be, the bottom of the boot. That's the primarily amount of talent. They got some up north, but the primary amount of them is like, So, but Alabama, dude, even Mississippi has some ballers.
And I'm not gonna say they don't. I'm not gonna say they don't.
Now, I'm not. Now, Mississippi is not better than probably Michigan. But what I'm saying is, for me, Anthony, because honestly, North Carolina doesn't have that many. South Carolina doesn't have that many. You're really looking at saturation. Do they have some great players that come out of there? I'm talking about the volume. They don't.
I'm really not talking volume. I'm talking about guys that can make it to the next level.
Okay.
And so I'm saying, so at some point they've been produced. And that's why I say this. And I say this, and people hate it. I don't really say it on Sunday morning too much because people so damn sensitive because it's church going people. Even me just living here and working camps and just fooling with the kids, like the way they run the camps, the way they run the Pee Wee leagues, like it's just it's not structured. Florida, Texas. Man, them kids know. I'm talking about the family there. They got music. They got the grills out. The kids got chants. Like, it's organized. Like, it is extremely. But here, it's just like, it's raining. Well, we got to see if we're going to play over some rain. Are you serious? So, and that's why when people be like, well, we don't want to recruit because we don't know what they made of. Like, when the going gets tough, what are they going to do? But when you've been raised up in Florida, you've been raised up in Louisiana, Texas, Georgia, Florida, and you know, man, you going to jamboree. Like when I first came here, and this was back in the 90s before they had all year round football. Yeah, man, we played y'all in a jamboree. What's a jamboree? like winter football they play down there or something, like in the off season. And I'm like, y'all play?
Right.
Oh. And I was just like, okay, well. But they take it seriously. Here they don't take it that seriously. And like I said, Ohio they do. Like I said, I just know I looked up something the other day, and Michigan got the most high school players in the NFL right now.
I'm looking at right now per capita. Hold on. Come on. Slow down on me. Oh. Why?
And I'm really not worried about our running back room. We got Jason Patterson, we got Will Cox. They're gonna be here so we're really not worried about the running back room. We're gonna be good there. So just the recruit now, like I said, everything's gonna be under the microscope. Now the Vince is gone, everybody's gone.
Yes.
Act like every recruit, we could have got them, but they still gotta perform because there was a whole lot of hype behind Devin Leary. And I still think Devin Leary can play. You ain't me.
Yes.
You not me, man.
Well,
but
Devin Leary could play.
You not me. But there was a point in time where coaching staff and maybe the people in Kentucky thought that White couldn't play. And I was removed from the team. That's fine with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
No. I don't think so, Anthony.
It was. You know I played in the first 2 games. I didn't play in the next 3 or 4 games, and I started against Alabama. And that was it.
All right.
My point being is when anybody else's perspective of a player is based off the situation.
Correct. No,
that's all I'm saying.
You're right. I got to give a big apology to South Carolina. Your boy was wrong. I'm looking at per capita, the top 10 states. Number 10, South Carolina. Number 9, Texas, obviously because Texas is such a big state. That's why they're at number 9.
Yeah, that's low for me, but go ahead.
Per capita, per the population, they got 29 million.
Yeah.
South Carolina has 5. So for them to be in the top 10 is pretty damn crazy. So Texas 9, Delaware is 8. They have 7 NFL players as of 2022. They don't even have 1 million people. Maryland is 7. Damn. That's crazy. Utah is 6. Florida is 5. Florida has got 21 million. They got 185 players in the league. Ooh. Alabama is 4.
Okay.
Mississippi is 3. Louisiana is 2. Georgia's 1.
How recent is that?
2022.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I seen that
I
think that was
California's not gonna get it because California has a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
But so I'm wrong about South Carolina. I didn't think they were creating that many. So, but no. Football is football. And I don't think, for me, honestly, I think judging running backs is one of the hardest to do in high school because of this. If your old line is dominant, shit, my damn 4-year-old nephew can run for 2 yards. You know what I'm saying? If your old line is just better than everybody else, it's kind of, you're going to get your yards. Right. But like you said, someone with a keen eye like yourself can see stuff other people can't see, even if they're going against greater talent. It's change directions, footwork, his
how you get in and out of the holes,
yeah. So, but for the average person, I think it's unfair if you got, for example, if you playing at Alabama, 7A Alabama, like this kid played, and your O-line and y'all, and here's the other thing you got to take into account. If in your area you are 7A, but everybody around you is 3A, you're going to play a couple of those 3A teams because of travel. You put them on your highlight, your O-line is 6'4", 280, and everybody else you play is 200.
Right.
So, I don't know. That O-line and running back position, and receive. You know what? Almost a fucking whole offense Because I saw someone sent me something to look at this kid. I'm like, damn, can he run a route?
Right.
Like, can he run a route?
Right.
Like, you just bigger and faster than everybody else. Okay. But can you get in and out of a break? I haven't seen you. You had not one highlight of you getting in and out of a break. So how can I give a critique when it's like he runs a post, he runs a 9, he runs a curl, or he runs a quick hitter, one step hit, and okay, he got speed, he got size, but shit, on the next level, you can't get in and out of break.
Right.
You're asking Barry and Brown.
Right.
Ooh. Ooh.
One trick pony, man. Oh, one trick pony. And that's what got us where we are now, man.
And everybody got speed. Everybody got speed on the next level. You might not have Barry Brown. I don't know what he runs. You might not have his top end speed, but how many times you gonna get to your top end speed as a receiver?
So we're gonna move along, but I did want to conclude this conversation with Coach Chandler said. Talking about, and that's one thing about it. And this is where Kentucky has been so frugal for years. And if you can just say just natural existence. You're gonna drop somebody off on the island. Where you gonna drop them off on the island at? Where they all the resources that they need are around there. So my whole point, if you could drop somebody from Louisiana, Texas, Florida, California, Ohio, Georgia. It's certain places you can just drop somebody in the middle of that damn state, and within 30 minutes, they're gonna make connections.
Yeah.
That's why when we were talking about, like I said, you might be right. I do think there's a lot of talent in Detroit, Michigan. I think there's a lot of talent in Detroit. And that's why when you said per capita, because anything to come out down there, but then everybody funnel themselves down there just like, but then again, like you said, you were saying, because when I was raised up St. Ignatius, St. Edwards up in Cleveland, Ohio, then you got Canton McKinley and Massillon over there where then you got Youngstown where Stoops and them from. Then you got Cincinnati Moeller, St. X down south.
Right. Yo, that's why y'all cornering the state. Like Florida has the Panhandle. Right. They got the Florida, they got the Tampa, they got that. I don't even know. I call the middle of Florida the damn country. Like, you don't understand how country Florida is. You leave the Panhandle, between the Panhandle and Fort Lauderdale, bro, them good old boys. I don't think people understand. You got Gainesville. Gainesville's like almost right in the middle.
I ain't trying to run into no trouble in Florida. I already know that. I told you my little brother in prison down in Florida.
Oh, I didn't know it was Florida.
Yes. When I go to yes, sir.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Which way? This. Okay. When I go to Florida, no, sir. No,
so
sir.
There's talent up and down Florida, just like there's talent up and down Georgia. Like there's not one hot spot. There are multiple, just like you said in Ohio, there are multiple hot spots.
Right.
So yeah, I'll definitely give you Ohio for sure. I don't know if he flops, Carter. It depends on what you consider a flop.
I thought you thought he was gonna get his grits. Last time we talked, it sounded like you thought he was gonna get his grits, which means you ball, they gonna love you. You don't ball, you gonna know how they feel about
you. And he's not gonna ball like that.
But the expectations is up there after the past couple years, huh? For receivers, anyways.
Dude. And so he's gonna be all right. You know what? He's gonna be similar to what he was here. He's gonna be hot and cold. He's gonna have a punt return.
But is he gonna be the punt returner there? They got juice everywhere. Like they got juice everywhere.
No, they definitely got juice. I think he's gonna be the punt returner.
You think that's primarily why they brought him in? If they can get something on the offensive end as a bonus?
Yeah, he definitely be their kick returner. They have a punt returner. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I really want to think. I think they want to take. I can't think of the guy. He's a little short. He's a shorter kid. I think they want to take that responsibility off of him and let him concentrate on wide receiver more than having to do that too.
Right.
So I think that's why Barron's going to get a lot of reps there. So I don't think Barron's gonna. He's not gonna have a good enough season where he gets in the first 3 days of the draft.
Is Barron that socially unaware that he can go to somewhere like LSU, who done won the national championship in the past couple of years, and act like, "Hey, I'm here." You think that's what Carter and all everybody in chat saying like he gonna go in there trying yapping and he gonna. I don't think you can't be that socially unaware, because when you're around dogs recognize other dogs.
Was he a yapper at Kentucky? Yeah, I guess he was.
We don't know that, but yeah, apparently in the locker room, because he was paid more than most of the people, and he was dynamic. But
I'm gonna tell you this: don't do that shit. Well, I don't know. LSU lost some big boys this season, so I don't know how much there's a fear in the locker room. I'm not sure.
It's the culture.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what it's. Well, you know what?
Junkins couldn't have won in Ohio State's locker room telling them what he gonna do.
Right.
Man, we better win the national champ. We better win the natty, man. Just tote that tater and shut up.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I don't know, Anthony. You said is he?
If he does, that's it. Well, you got the voice, you got the ears. So if he does, then that's what type of idiot he is. But I don't see him. I think he just got away with it here. If you tell me he does that down there, then that proves me he's an idiot.
I haven't heard anything about that. You know what's crazy, Anthony? And I actually did this with one of my players today in 7-on-7. I got the story. So we run a cover 4, right? No, whatever. I think it was in cover 2, actually. Cover 2. One of the linebackers has a hook, right?
Right.
So he gets into the hook, but they pretty much ran mesh route. So the inside receiver to his side went across the field.
Right.
Instead of him passing them on, he squeezed him, and him and the inside linebacker were almost touching hands as the other guy came across, and there was nobody out there. Right? So hold on. So that was a bad one, right? So I'm like, come on, man. You can't do that. Get in your zone, relax in your zone, talk to your other teammates, say, hey, cross are coming, and look for another one coming.
Yeah.
So another play down, right? Another play, about 3 plays later, they run the same thing. He gets a PBU.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm yelling at him. He's like, Coach, no. I was in my zone, Coach. I was in my zone. And I reacted to the pass. I'm like, look, I was looking at you the whole time. You ran with the receiver and the quarterback looking at the Mike linebacker. And he sees that as a boy. He's like, no, Coach. I'm like, all right. So I pull him off the sideline. We finished that series. So I don't know, we got an interception or what. Whatever. There were 3 downs and out. After the sideline, I said, hey, look, man, I'm not going to yell at you. We're just going to have a conversation like grown people right now. Tell me what really happened. Well, come back. Tell me what really happened. Coach, I got lost out there. I know what I'm doing. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we do your job and let your other teammates do their job. That's the name of the game with football, especially on our level, is when you start trying to do stuff for other people, you're going to get in trouble. So now, I think that Barron Brown, if he does it right and he finds his niche, he can have a decent year at LSU. The problem is there's 4 or 5 guys on that team who got your speed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And honestly, there's 2 of them who are better at using their speed than you are.
Right.
They're going to probably get the lion's share of the 9 routes in the post. They're better receivers. So now, are you going to be able to say, I'm going to get mine when I get mine? Or are you going to pout and be bitch on the sideline because you ain't getting yours when Hilton and I can't think the other kid's name is getting theirs? That's what I'm not sure he can do, but the culture is there, where hopefully it can tap into him being a little more mature than he was here.
Crazy hell, you walk into a full ass locker room, man. Sheesh. Like it's crazy, boy. And like I said, especially if you're not a humble person, we know what it remind me of. Now, mind you, I always was a Michigan fan. It reminded me when I got in Oakland. And a lot of people don't remember this because every time I bring Napoleon Kaufman, people don't. Napoleon was nice.
He was cold.
He was that dude, cold. Dude, I go into a locker room and I don't expect to play. I just expect to work my way, be a third down back. Eventually, maybe I can mess around for 5 or 6 years and become a third down. You got Napoleon Carpenter, Tyrone Wheatley, Zach Crockett, Randy Jordan.
Ooh.
Like, man, because Zach Crockett was the third running back. He was a fullback, but if it came down to it, he was the third running back. Then I think Randy Jordan was after him. Then I think I might have been kind of in that fifth position. Like we were looking for the fifth, but I was supposed to do special teams and all this other stuff. But hopefully I was gonna be. But after I was like, well, you come in the locker room like that, you just gotta be a sponge. Now, mind you, everybody on that level believe they should be there. This is what I'm kind of wondering about. Berrien was a guy here. For you to go there, they probably have made you some empty promises, even if they made you some loaded promises. You going into a locker room of guys that's been getting it, want to get it, and gonna get it. You can't, like, it'll throw the whole balance off if we bring a guy in there, but that's what Kentucky's been doing at quarterback. We've been bringing guys in over guys that's been here all these years. So what you supposed to think? Because I'm telling you, like I said again, you got a privilege of not having to understand this. I've been a running back in Kentucky for 3 years, and they ain't bring Mo was here, Ray was here, then they brought Mike Days, Derek Logan, and all them guys in here. They brought Derek home. They just keep bringing guys in, and like, you know what? You got to move to the back. Like, why I got to move to the back? Give us both the football and let's see what happens. And so I'm saying Berrien going into a Lions den, Tigers den, where, like I said, if he's that guy, he should stand out so everything will work out. But if he thinks something's going to be handed to him and them dudes hungry as hell, it's just going to be interesting. I'm just going to keep an eye on that.
I'm just browsing. I'm looking at a couple of things. They actually had Baron Brown as the starting Z, which is shocking to me. They have Chris Hilton Jr. as the backup. The other guy, I forgot his name, was Nick Anderson. I don't think that's the way they're gonna run it.
But they probably had a promise Berrien something to get him here, though.
I mean, Aaron Anderson. I said Nick Anderson. Aaron Anderson.
I was going to say he's son of Nick Anderson.
No, Aaron Anderson. But I'm surprised that I'm gonna say this. He's gonna get his opportunities because they're gonna sub out. As we know how soft wide receivers are, they can't run back-to-back deep routes, so they got to come out. They got to tap their helmet if they run it down 9 route. How soft them motherfuckers are. So he's gonna get his chances.
Right.
I don't know. Here's what I want people, because Jet did this. Jordan Jefferson had a I don't know, a meeting with young wide receivers.
Oh, I seen that.
This is what I don't believe Baron Brown is going to be good at, and it's so important when this guy said, as a guy who played quarterback in high school, I pissed some people off. Not a bad way. I made some people not happy because when my back foot hit the ground and you were not where you're supposed to be.
I need you where on that fifth step. I need you where
you're supposed to be. There. Yeah. If you ain't there, I'm not waiting on you.
Yeah.
So this is practice. Sometimes I'm going to throw the ball and hit you in the helmet on purpose.
I don't say that. That's Rich Gannon did to me. That's what Rich Gannon did. That's what Rich Gannon did to me. I don't know.
Did he?
Yeah. Hit me in the back of the helmet. Point one. Turn your head around. It wasn't no blitz coming. So why am I hot? Why am I looking hot?
So I understand that, and how Jet was like, y'all have to understand how to time your route with the play and the progression of the play. Like I saw this guy, I don't know what his name. I think he's the route god or whatever. He does all this shit, all this great footwork against air. It's like, all right, he's quick. The problem is this: as a guy who's played man-to-man on all levels, Anthony, I've been beat so bad that it was embarrassing. But I also know from a quarterback, they ain't throwing it to your ass because you're doing too much shit. But then 0 to 5.
Yeah.
And you got all this.
You ain't got all that time. I got heat on me, boy.
That's one.
That's
Two,
fire on me.
Three. He off you.
Right.
He off you. He's going somewhere else.
Right.
So I can't remember the guy's name for Tennessee. I'm like, dude, I got you, said that. Like, bro, Peyton is gone, dude. He ain't. You did all this shit. You can show it on. You know who was doing those highlights tapes in practice when they weren't playing, but they doing practice highlights.
Who the hell was that?
707 don't count.
Who was that? I
can't remember. But 707 don't count, man. 101s don't count. Them are offensive drills. And it's like, I want people to understand, really. I didn't say it like Jet said it, but I've told my receivers, like, dude, you gotta get to a spot. And I don't care how you get to your spot.
Right.
Like, I don't care what you do, you can run fucking backwards. As long as you get to your spot, when a quarterback gets out of his pledge and fake, ain't no guy who's gonna be like, Anthony, come here, son. You can't be doing that shit at the line of scrimmage. And you can't be doing that weird shit to get to. No, they gonna be like, all right, as long as that shit work, get to your spot. And that's what I don't think Barry Brown has that.
He too light ass
to get to a spot.
Yeah, he too light ass. But that's what Kurt wanted when I was with the Rams. That's what it was. Man, when Kurt took that 5th step, you better be on the bottom of them damn numbers. You better be 12 yards on the bottom of the numbers. Like, so, and that's why it was funny as hell. So, I mean, I was talking to Keenan Burton because Keenan Burton was at the Rams right after I left.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed or not, you play DB over there. They don't foot fire. Like, they don't allow you to foot fire.
No.
You got to go now. Because on the 5th, your 5th step is his 5th step.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to be. Keenan said, man, you got to talk to Keenan about it. He had me rolling. He was like, man, I ain't never. But at that point, Kurt Warner was an MVP. Like, it was him. So, hey, when he take his 5th step, he need that ball out of his hands. So you need to be where he expects you to be. And that's why.
You know why? Because Mike Morris, dumbass, didn't have no hot calls.
Right.
There were no hot releases. There were no. Dude, Anthony, I can't look. I was in camp when he instituted that scheme. And Trent Green, I've never. Boy, is that not crazy how that shit went? Trent Green was supposed to be that guy. He was going to be the MVP and not Kurt Warner. That's crazy.
Right,
dude,
right.
Trent Green was trying to make a check. Morris went crazy. Don't fucking check. Whatever I fucking go. A coach, they blitzing. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that foot fire shit. Isaac Bruce didn't do it. Torrey Holt didn't do it. Isaac Hakeem didn't do it. Ricky Prohl tried. Because Ricky Prohl,
he's just hot. He's just hot real quick.
Yeah.
But you know who taught me? You know taught me. Torrey Holt taught me what Torrey Holt would do. If you ever went against him, he get real low. So he's so low, like all you gonna do is put your hands on his back, and he turn his back to you. So when your hands go on his back, he just flip you, and you give him energy to go up the field. But I mean, if you watch his stance, he just get real low, and he was like, just get real low. And when they shoot their hands, turn your back. So when they shoot their hand, one gonna be on your shoulder. If they go on your chest, they hold you. So it's gonna be one on your shoulder and one gonna be on your back. And then when you rip them, you up through there. But I never was like out there very often. All I do is run a hitch if you out there. But yeah, man, they cut the receiver. His last name was Wynn. They third round receiver. They cut him because he had a foot fire every time. If he didn't foot fire, they hooked him up. They hooked him up,
bro. And he was going against some dogs too.
Yeah, you had Dex, you had
Dre Block,
Dre,
yeah, Taj, yeah,
Taj, yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna say this though. When you got Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce who can run a route, who can out route you and then go by you, he can say all that shit he wants. We as corners are a little scared. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Right,
when you can out route me and you can go by me,
yeah,
he can say all that dipping shit. No one wanted to overextend themselves at the line of scrimmage because then they knew it was ball game.
Yeah.
Torrey Holt was a pro player from jump. That dude came in first day of camp, fucking pro.
Who?
Torrey Holt.
Oh yeah,
his first day of camp, dude, he was a pro.
Big game.
Yeah, that man could play. Yeah,
his name is Bush Hamden. We can't be disrespecting. We can't be disrespecting the coaches.
What?
It's Bush Hamden. Not you, Steven. Look at the screen, boy. Steven called him Butch Hamden.
It's not Butch.
He has hot calls. Huh?
It's not Butch.
That's
what I'm saying. What?
I told him his name is Bush, not Butch. I told Steven,
you were saying don't.
We got to get our coaches' names right. You know what? I don't think we've had hot routes for a long time. Like as bad as our line been, we should spend just as much time on pass protection. We should spend on hot routes. Hey, if this guy comes, you hot. We should, and if they do it all day long, we're gonna put the running back on the swing route. So that backer come off the edge. So the backer come off the edge, and the corner get ran off. You got a running back catching in the flats with nobody around.
It makes no sense to me as a guy who played safety, as a guy who played quarterback. When a team is trying to disguise their blitz and their safety is 10 to 12 yards deep, and he has number 2, even though the linebacker is over him, once the linebacker blitz, all number 2
people in the same area. Right. You never put 2 people. You're right. So we was taught that on offense. You never put, if you see a safety standing behind a linebacker, they don't put 2 people in the same area for no reason, dude.
So you see him go, dude, you know what the worst thing for a safety to be? That's why y'all see safeties cheat. That's why safeties cheat, because they don't want to be put in a problem with space. Because that receiver can literally go, depending on where they line up, 30 yards that way on an angle, and you have no chance of catching them. No, I don't care how good you are.
Yeah.
If he got all that space, so if the safety is a good safety who tries to hold his disguise until the linebacker goes, if the receiver sees him and just take 2 steps, he's at least getting 10 yards.
Yeah. And that's all you want to do.
I don't understand why these teams have stopped instituting hot route. It's not just us. I've seen other teams. Like, I'm like, why is this wide receiver running to the safety?
Right.
Making my job easier.
The game just got so dumb. The game just got so dumb. So, like you said, if a safety's coming from depth, he really don't stand a chance, so there really ain't no worry. But if he, like you said, if he cheat and he get in that box, then the quarterback see it, the damn slot see it. Dude, we both know. We both right. We both like, all right. Woo. So why would you? I'm saying, now if he cheated and drop off, whatever, which rarely happens. But like I told you, and you know this just like I know it. You ain't putting two people in the same area for no reason. Two people in the same. The game ain't mathematical like that.
Yeah, right. And they shouldn't be stacked. They should be.
Right.
Now you can kind of have
if you sitting close. If you stacked on top of a backer, or if you stacked on top of a backer or somebody, all right, one of y'all about to be here. So I'm looking at you. I'm looking you in your eyes. You want this? Like you think you disguising? I'm looking at the safety. Like if this backer comes, it's your ass.
Right.
But
right.
If he want it, he can get it too. But I'm looking at you. So if you bail, then I can automatically take my eyes back off and get back to the backer. But yeah, like you said, if they stack it, shit. Like, woo, 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 woo. So I don't know if football if we that far behind on football.
No, it's the RPO. It's the RPO game has changed all that. RPO game has changed it. Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's even. But the thing about two guys in the same gap, though,
you got to figure out which one.
Well, all right. Do I have that play still? Anthony, hold on. We talked about that play, but we never really talked about it. That Buffalo Bills play, Cam Newton talked about it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. Shit. I got it.
We did get a quarterback commit. Who was our dang on quarterback commit? Where did we get quarterback commit from?
Did he commit yet?
Oh no, he didn't commit. He didn't commit yet. Well, I ain't gonna say yet. I'm just saying he ain't committed yet. None of that. Ain't none of that.
Hold on. Come on. I ain't got no volume. Oh, because it's muted. All right. Let me.
You ain't even got a thing on the screen yet.
I know.
Oh.
I'm trying to get it right.
Oh, I got you.
You see it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play it. Tell me if you can hear it.
Josh Allen actually could have adjusted the protection and got that blitz picked up, but no one is talking.
Hold on, I'm gonna say something, bruh. Since Cam been out of the league, Cam has showed me he was a student of the game more than I ever thought he was. Because his breakdowns of plays do are on point. All right.
Talking about that.
RG3, I appreciate your analysis on this play, but respectfully, you're wrong. So, we have a perfect display of the actual 4th and 5 play from Josh Allen. It's Joe Brady versus Steve Spagnuolo. So, let's play a game of what happened last week. The Buffalo Bills do this thing as they call, or we call in football, a 4x1 set.
That's one receiver.
Yeah.
That's 2. The running back is 26. Okay. 3 is number 1, Kirko. Shout out, holla at your boy. Then we got 4
right there.
4 eligible receivers to one side and 1 on the other. It worked for the Broncos. Because now number 2 is hesitant.
Can't recover.
Hello. All over here. Boom, setting it up, knowing I'm going here the whole way. And this goes back to whose fault is it really, Peggy? This is Joe Brady's fault. Why is it Joe Brady's fault? All season, Joe Brady has done a magnificent job with creating mismatches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man protection, or as we call it, empty.
Okay.
50 protection. So now, Coach Steve Spagnuolo is now saying to himself, I think he knows that I'm going to be in some type of man, but what I know is he's only protecting with how many players?
5.
So how many players am I going to send?
At least 6.
At least 6.
This is why Steve Spagnuolo is playing chess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, potentially 7.
Oh, you don't know if he's guarding him.
Hello.
This is what happened. 51 backed out. 32 is the mic. He backed out. He blitzed. That's what happened.
But he's hot
Yeah, he under
and
pressure.
has to get the ball out.
Quick.
And this is not what he did wrong, more so than the situation at hand. The name of the game is staying protected. Out of these people, who's the most threatening defender as a linebacker?
32.
32. He would have had to make 20 the mic so that he can get protected. But this is the thing. With what this defense is giving you, you have to make 32 the mic.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah.
That was crazy. Because I would have made 32 the mic too. Why would I have made 20 the mic? But like you're saying though, because the DB
You
on that
want shit on
side,
your backside, but that's where a lot of routes was at.
right?
So if them dudes, if they coming and them dudes wasn't blocked, so if they coming and them dudes get picked up and the front drops, you can get back there. They should be free.
Right.
But if they don't, or like you said, if they don't come and they drop and them front ones come, then that's on you. And I like I said, I can't remember what happened, but yeah, that's absolutely right.
This is why I tell people this all the time. This is why I tell people this all the time. Y'all bitch about the coaches so much. That was on the players. That was a player deal. Because here's the thing, if Kansas City doesn't execute that, no matter how Spags called, great call. Honestly, that was a great defensive call.
Right.
But if they fuck it up, it's touchdown.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. I've been on defense where I played with two of the best defensive coordinators you're gonna find in college football. And we fucked it up.
Yeah.
We fucked it up time after time. That's why we blitz a lot. People wonder why does the team blitz? Well, they have, like, for example, I'm sick of people complaining like we had Max Harrison run the 4-2-3 or whatever, 4-3. Why didn't we play man? You know why? Because maybe our linebackers can't blitz. I don't give a damn how fast you run. You got to go up for 5 seconds. Your ass, 95% of corners are beat if they got to go up more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Man to man. I don't care how good you are.
That's a fact.
So that's why some teams don't bring pressure. That's why Georgia changed their scheme to be a little bit more zone heavy. That's how they won a national championship, because their defense became more zone centric. You have to mix it up. But all these people want we should fire blitz all the time. Shit,
Georgia, but Georgia can get pressure with 3 people though.
Or 2. Sometimes 1.
Right.
So it's like, there are reasons behind it. Like, some of y'all play too much damn Xbox where everybody are the fucking same and y'all just send blitzes all the time. Oh, Xbox, I've been on an island before. You know what's the worst thing? And for me, Anthony, I don't know if people know. For me, I counted in my head. Because as a quarterback,
you got to keep it
because I know it's coming. So as a DB, I'm counting in my head. 1 1,000. 2, 3. If that ball ain't out at 4, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
dude,
buddy.
My whole demeanor,
what the hell's going on?
Like,
The crowd ain't roaring or nothing. And what the hell's going on? And you got to stay. Now, that's the worst part. If the crowd ain't roaring, that means he ain't broke the pocket or the ball ain't been released.
You know the worst thing that happened? We was playing Georgia, and Bryce Hunter ran an out route. And I don't know what Zaire did, but he got out of the pocket, and that motherfucker started doing kind of shit. I'm like, dude, I don't know where you're going now. Like, what am I gonna do?
Right.
Luckily, he rolled the other way, but it's like, dude, once you run your route and I lock you down, after that, dude, I'm done. I'm done.
Now you start scrambling and shit. Yeah, now you start scrambling and shit.
So
yeah, man. Whew.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Baron Brown, but I'll say this, and I'm gonna say this, and we get about out of here. For all the stuff people are saying about the program, and I always say this, just let it play out.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Just let it play out. Like, all the recruiting is blah, blah, blah. Let it play out. That was a couple years ago where we thought recruiting was shit, and we ended up hot at the end. Let this shit play out. We don't know what's gonna happen. I would say this: whatever they doing now,
Motion detected at
it's working. I don't know what they doing. They end up 4-8 and they get any recruits.
Well, we getting players drafted every year. That's the one thing that's crazy.
Any guys that come here, you as a recruiter, as a coach, you are doing something right. You are preaching something to these kids to make them believe that, okay, I'm gonna come here. Because 4-8 ain't a good look, y'all.
Appreciate you, BJ. Yeah, you might be right. Ray Dory got any kids?
Wow.
Ray Dory Jr.
Why? Because he's a good recruiter.
Hey, you talking about recruiting over 4-8 season? Shit, how you feel recruiting over 1-10? Hey man, we need you. Hey, we need you, man. Gosh, I got you, coach. I didn't know. I ain't gonna know I was gonna come on camera and see Mo Williams standing there. Damn, what y'all named me for? This guy here.
Yeah,
but you can win with that anyways. Like we saying that. Shit, man, if you go 4-8, coach, I went 4-8 last year because we didn't have you. Shit. Man, hey, you want to play early? That's where you need to be. You can go to Georgia and sit for 2 or 3 years.
right?
Hey, it's all kinds of angles you can take it, but no, we gonna be. I ain't optimistic as you, but I'm also, man. Man, hit me, inbox me, man. I got an open spot this Sunday, man. Larry Vaught's out. I think I might need some help, so I'd like to get new talent on. Somebody looking to make it in the industry, man. Hit me up, man. We can get you on, man. People might like, somebody might sign you. Well-rounded. You can banter, go back and forth. I always got to be right, though. That's the only thing. I always got to be right because I can turn angry on the thing if you don't get my bites. Jack Pilgrim done figured out. Larry Vaught done figured it out. So Sunday morning, you want to come on? I got an hour and a half slot for you. Maybe 2.
You talking about me? Or you talking about anybody?
Anybody. You always open. On the last couple of times, I think you getting burnt out on media. You ain't done it for 20 years yet. Do it 20 years, you get burnt out, boy. You get burnt out. 3 hours? Well, it ain't really a real 3 hours, but it's enough 3 hours.
No, 8, coach. 8 is more than 7. 8.
Nah, dude. 8. You were saying like 6 or some other type of trash. That what you said, dude. You said 6 or 7.
I said
it wasn't no 8.
If we win 7, I will pay for someone go to bowl game, and I'll go out.
Someone. I thought he said 10 people. Didn't he say 10 people?
I thought he said 1 person.
No, sir. It wasn't 1 person. I can go back and look at the dialogue. No, it wasn't no 1 person. I thought it was 10. I thought it was 10 people. Or maybe it's how many wins we get. Maybe that's what it was. I have to go back and look. But it ain't no 8 wins. If you win 8, then you can leave the country. Yeah, I thought it was 10. Me and Steven thought it was 10.
Yeah, shit. If we win 10, shit.
No, that's how many people you sending.
Oh, I thought you said we win 10.
No, if we win 6 or 7, you said we go bowling. I ain't gonna say if it was 6 or 7. I thought it. So I knew we went bowling. You were taking people.
I am feeling we are gonna win 6. I'm feeling.
So if you win 7, if we win 7, you're gonna leave the United States for 30 days.
Yes. Yes.
If we don't win 7, wait a minute. It's supposed to be if we don't.
No, if we win 7, I'm gone. Because Coach said the game is going to be in the Bahamas. I'm like, I'm down.
10 people to the bowl game because he said the fake accounts are giving the tickets to. All right, yeah. 10 people if we win 6 games.
7 games.
Oh, God. 10 people to the bowl game if
7
we
games.
win 6.
7 games.
If it's 7, then we going. Then it's 7 games. Then you leave the United States for 30 days, like Muhammad. Like like
I'm
Cash.
feeling good, Anthony.
I don't know what the hell you done seen, dude. You know they running practice with 1 quarterback, so we're not even preparing nobody else.
Why?
Z.
Cutter ain't get no run.
All the eggs in one basket. That's how it was when Tim Couch was there. This ain't the first time I ever heard of it.
Oh, whoa. Are we saying there's only 1 quarterback getting 1 reps, or only 1 quarterback getting 1, 2,
only
and
one,
3?
they only going 1 reps, and that's what it was when Tim was when we was there. Tim got all the reps, and once we wound down and got done what we was doing, then somebody else can take the last 3 or 4 reps.
Oh shit!
It wasn't like no rotation of how many reps goes through.
Huh.
All right,
it is
6
tough.
games, bowl game, you got 10 people's tickets. 7 games, bowl game, you live in the United States for 30 days, but you don't have to buy tickets.
Okay.
Is that what we're saying?
That's fair.
All right. That's one of my people to know, man. Hey, one thing about the locker, one thing we do is keep it a bucket on here.
Okay.
One thing we do on here is keep it a buck. Why is Michelle Morton telling us her personal business? Hey, Michelle, go answer the phone. Tell them we said hello. Tell them, huh?
The same way y'all said that we were gonna win 8 games last year. Now y'all saying we might win 5.
Who is y'all? You mean us? You mean us?
You're gonna be wrong again.
You mean us?
Everybody. We're gonna win 8. I got it at 8-4 now.
Man, here you go. Now you over there on that vent shit.
I got it at 8-4.
Appreciate everybody. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Come back next week. Tap that like button, tap that share button, and bring your people back. Because now we're gonna have a raffle at some point. If they do the unbelievable, if they do the unthinkable, they win, they go over 500. Van House got 10 tickets for y'all. Or you're gonna leave the United States for 30 days. Either way, it's gonna be a win for me. Dan wants a ticket. Matt wants a ticket. I mean, if I want to go, I'm just gonna go. But if they go, it's gonna be a toilet bowl. It ain't gonna be no real bowl. So I'm not even trying to go anyway. So we'll be back next week. Man, we appreciate you for joining. Bring your people back. We'll be back next week. Peace out.